Welcome. My name is Margot Dorfman. I'm CEO with the U.S. Women's Chamber of Commerce. Change is in the air in America. Not just political change, economic change, technology change, change in the air for our aging population, and more. Unfortunately, one thing that hasn't changed for the positive is the economic status for women. The need for positive change in this area is what brings us together today to launch the National Congress for Women on an Economic Advancement of Women. After decades of hard work, women are still struggling for economic opportunity and advancement. We've moved from the home to the workplace, to business, boardrooms, and elected office. But the statistics show we still are not reaching to appropriate levels of economic opportunity. Let me give you some examples. Women in business. Even though the number of women-owned firms grew over 42% between 1997 and 2006, their combined average annual sales grew only 4.4%. Consequently, their average annual sales dropped 37%. Poverty. A woman in the United States is 45% more likely to be poor than a man. Politics. Women hold only 15.1% of the 535 seats in the 109th Congress. Retirement. The Society of Actuaries report that millions of U.S. women may run out of retirement savings. Education. A recent study concludes that women are being filtered out of high-level science, math, and engineering jobs. And executive leadership. Projected trends indicate it could take 40 years for women to achieve parity with men in corporate officer ranks. These statistics might surprise you, especially if one looks no deeper than reading happy press releases and news articles about women prepared by corporations and media organizations seeking to market their products and services to women. The formula is simple. Newspapers, magazines, and online media seek to fill their pages with articles that will attract both readers and advertisers. So the media outlets look for stories that will entice the type of readers that match their marketing base. This is simple economics. Over time, these stories shape the viewpoint of the American people, filling them with the very bias that the marketer sought to instill. Large corporations have even found ways to bring research organizations into the mix. Now we have research organizations funded by corporate contributions with the goal of creating news stories that align the corporation with positive news release about women. Let me give you a recent example. Recent media headlines proclaim the incredible rise in the number of women-owned businesses over the last 10 years, an increase of 42%. But they failed to report that the average revenues of women-owned firms dropped 37% over the same period. They failed to report that even though women own 30% of all businesses in America, their combined sales equal only 4.2% of the total business receipts, or that women-owned businesses still secure only 3% of all government contracts. Media outlets did not dig deeper to find the real story. Instead, headlines shouted the positive statistic that was positioned as the story. Trust me, to millions of women business owners in America, the story is about the challenge of driving profits, not about the number of women business owners. We believe it is time for a change. We are here to do two things. First, we are bursting the bubble of public misconception and bringing a greater level of truth to the reporting on the economic status of women. And second, we are bringing the women's community together towards implementing steps that will increase the economic opportunities for women. Through the National Congress on the Economic Advancement of Women, we are setting a new course towards real progress. Across the U.S., thousands of women and women's organizations have already stepped up to be part of the great effort. Together, we will report the facts about women and aggressively respond to incorrect or enhanced media coverage of women. We will engage leaders to raise their understanding of the issues and secure their commitments to support progress for women. We will bring a new standard of quality, unbiased education, and tools to women on retirement, career, and business issues. We will reach out to those who are less fortunate and assure the promise of prosperity reaches all American women. Develop or embrace specific policies, changes to support economic advancement to women. And we will leverage our numbers and our voice to create influence and progress. We will hold ourselves accountable for taking steps that will make a difference. Today's announcements and meetings are just the beginning. From here, we will bring the strength of our organizations and individuals together towards a clear purpose, economic advancement for women. By unifying our efforts, our clarity, and our objectives, we will leverage our strength to launch the 21st century economic movement.